So here's the crazy story I've been meaning to tell you guys, right? So it's fourth period, it's like 3 o'clock, 27 minutes before school ends, and then we're all in the scene shop, most of our class, the majority of our class, and Mr. Qualls decided to assign me and this black dude, let's just say his name is Kayvon, not to be racist or nothing, but me and Kayvon, he assigned us to push this tabletop saw all the way to the back of G building. Now mind you, this is F building, this is where the scene shop is, this is the front of the school, like where the circle is, and we had to push this thing. It was like 350 pounds. Well, not really 350 pounds, but it felt like 350 pounds. And this thing was so fucking heavy, bro. But luckily for us, it had 2 wheels on the front. So basically what we had to do was lift it up and push it around like a wheelbarrow, right? But as we were pushing this thing, we get to this red gate, the red gate that leads to the back of the school. And this is where the fucking shit fell. And then the bottom half, where the wheels were, decided to fall apart on this. So the top half and the bottom half then separated, and we were like, fuck, what do we do now? Because we're not gonna carry a 350 pound tabletop saw that's made completely out of metal to the back of G building. That is not happening at all, bro. We are not carrying that shit to the back of G building. I mean, it could have been possible. Maybe if we had like fucking Daniel on our side, bro. I'm not talking about the Asian Daniel. I'm talking about fucking buff Daniel, bro. That was good, Daniel. I know you're gonna see this shit. But anyways, we stopped walking, right? And then Kayvon is like, fuck, let me go get a shopping cart. So he goes to Mr. Qualls' classroom to get a shopping cart, and then he comes back with the shopping cart. It was a Walmart shopping cart, and we were getting prepared to lift this thing into the shopping cart, the top half of the fucking tabletop saw. And as we were lifting the top of the tabletop saw into the shopping cart, this Asian dude named Mike comes up, and then he offered to help us as well. So he started pushing the bottom half of the tabletop saw to the back of G building, while Kayvon was pushing the top half of the tabletop saw in the shopping cart to the back of G building as well. Now mind you, I was 50 feet behind Mike and Kayvon as well, and they were like 20 feet spread apart from each other. And the reason why I was so far behind is because I have a kidney stone right now, and kidney stones suck. Like, it's really nerfing me right now, bro. I can't really travel any faster than a walk, because if I travel any faster than a walk, I'm gonna start limping like I got kicked in the leg by Bruce Lee. But anyways, me, Mike, and Kayvon make it to the back of G building, right? And we were on this sidewalk, and I was 30 feet behind Kayvon, and Mike was 30 feet in front of him, ahead of him. So the weight distribution of this tabletop saw, the top of the tabletop saw in this shopping cart, was so bad that when Kayvon was pushing it, the cart started tilting, right? And it hit this white pickup truck that was in this parking space. So I was still 30 feet in the back, and then I had my hands on my head, and I was like, oh shit. So I got there as fast as I could to get this tabletop saw off of this fucking truck, and we were successful, me and Kayvon. But then this thing started tilting again, so I got in front of the white pickup truck and I pushed it away, but that caused the fucking cart and tabletop saw to fall over. So now this cart is on this fucking side on the ground of the sidewalk with the tabletop saw on the floor as well. And then Mike started walking towards us to help us pick up this tabletop saw that was still on the floor. Kayvon had one side and me and Mike were holding the other side, and we decided to not put this thing back in the shopping cart, but to just take it to where we were supposed to dump it at. So that's what we did. And then after that, Kayvon picked up the shopping cart again and threw the rest of the tabletop saw pieces into where the trash was, or where we were supposed to dump this thing. And then as we were walking back, I hear Kayvon say, dude, I think we're fucked. But then somehow they got 50 feet in front of me again, like way ahead of me as we were all walking towards the classroom. And they started telling our classmates in the classroom about what happened back at the back of G building. And next thing you know, 2 CSM walk in asking Kayvon and Mike if they were pushing a cart in the back of G building and if they hit a truck, and Kayvon admitted to this. So then they started asking where Mr. Qualls was, and I was like, oh, I think he's in the scene shop. So they took Kayvon to the scene shop to speak with Mr. Qualls. But then they came back for Mike like 2 minutes later to take him as well. Now I was there dumbfounded. I don't know why they didn't take me, but I'm pretty sure it's because I was like 40 and 50 feet behind them the whole entire time we were doing this whole entire thing, pushing the fucking shopping cart to the back of G building. And now there's a big fucking dent in someone's pickup truck, and just to let the CSM know, just in case I have to explain this whole entire story, I'm gonna just show them this video because I've said this story about like 4 times already to 4 different people. Anyways, that's the whole kit and caboodle.